Go for the gaps, ignore the cones. Go for the gaps, ignore the cones. Right, into a figure of 8, so we go in 2 times. So we hit this. I'm glad I came down here because I feel a little bit disjointed this morning. My arms, I've got to relax my arms, just relax. So we're going round here. See? I'm glad I came down here this morning because I've just put my foot down. So that would have failed by mod 1. So not... Shitting hell, what's different? Go there, and that's where I'm fixated. And go there. That's what I'm trying to go to. That's it. I've got it. Just move your head. That's what I'm doing. I'm not looking about. So go. So that's where I want to go to. Oh, look how easy it is. Okay, guys, I've sussed it. This morning I've come down here, I'm glad I did because I put my foot down on the first attempt, which was really annoying. But what I've done, here's a little hint for you, a little tip for you on how to make this so much easier, is look where you're about to go rather than where your front wheel is. So I'm looking at that red cone but just before it, and now I'm spinning my head round, now looking at the next gap in between these and coming round. And as you can see, my head's turning now and I'm going round this loop now. But I'm looking where I'm going to end up, not where I'm going, if that makes sense. So as I'm coming round, I'm coming through here now, I'm already looking at that next gap that I'm going through. And it is so easy to do it like that. When I first came down here, I was looking where my front wheel was going. I actually ended up putting my foot down. My handlebars were really shaky. It wasn't working at all. But now, I'm looking where I'm going. Where am I going to end up? Sorry, I'm looking where I'm going to end up, not where I'm going. And that is so much easier. I can fly now. I've now got my speed up. I'm not touching my rear brake like I was. Just using the clutch and the accelerator to control my speed through. Bringing it through. Turning my head all the way around, almost 180 degrees of where I want to end up. It's a funny feeling to begin with, but this is it. This is how you do your figure of 8 and your slalom. So I'm going to go down and do the slalom again. I'm going to do it from the other side because it felt a little bit unnatural going from the other way. So I'm going to do it from this side, but again using that technique to practice. Okay, so I'm going to come in from this box here. So we've just done the manual handling. I'm doing this all in first gear as well. So right, so we're going to go in, and I'm going to look at the gaps. Now the next gap where I'm going, forget this gap. Now the next gap, looking now at the next gap, not looking at the cones. Not looking at the cones. There you go. That's so much easier. Now we're going to go there this way. I'm going to take it nice and wide, but I'm now looking where I'm going to end up, not where I'm going. So looking at the gap. Oh, that is so much easier. Yeah, guys, I've sussed it. Look at the look where I'm ending up. Not looking at the cones. Looking at this gap here. And now what I'm doing is I'm looking above this last blue one. Coming round, I'm now looking at the gap that we're going to end up going through, and that's where I'm aiming for. There we go. There we go. I've mastered the slalom. This little quick video is just to show you how to master the slalom. I've been struggling with it this morning because I haven't done it for a couple of weeks, and I put my foot down on my first attempt. I was like, what? I thought I was quite good at this, but I've got the perfect bit of advice for you. Just look where you're ending up, not where you're going, if that makes sense. So what I'm doing now is I'm turning my head, I'm looking at that red cone, just bringing myself before the red cone, but now I've ignored that. I'm now looking at this second gap, coming through the middle. A little bit of a wobble there, I was going a bit too slow. And now I'm looking 180 degrees. I'm looking at them white lines. Now looking at the gap between the two blues. Now I've forgotten them. I'm now looking at the gap between the red and the blue. And now bring my bike round. I can even speed it up. Yeah, there we go. There we go. This is so much easier. So look where you're going to end up, not where you're going. If that makes sense. I'm already looking behind me. I'm now looking between the two cones. Okay, now I'm through there. Now I'm now looking at the next gap. I'm looking at this next gap between red and blue. And now I'm ignoring that because I'm already through. I'm now looking at this gap here.